Hello, and this is my trade review for September 28th. Welcome to Eva Trades. Here's a look at what I did today. Let's go see.
Eva Trades.
And I tried to be a little enthusiastic in that intro because, hey, it was a bad day, but got to try to smile anyways. It's not gonna help me to stand around and pout because I lost money today. My second red day in a row. And a pretty good size loss at that. My max loss on any given day is $400. And today I lost 500 because I um, took that last trade. Sometimes you go a little past your max loss. That's to be expected. But what am I going to do here? And I've been thinking about this after I closed the live stream. I kind of went for a little walk, and I'm just thinking about, well, what can I do to help myself out a little bit? And the market's been in a cycle here lately where it's just this week has been very choppy. It's very difficult to trade when it's like that. And I mean, all the trades that normally would work are not working. And so I think I need to go back to what I used to do and re-implement the rules that I used to follow, at least until we get out of this current market cycle that we're in. Because here I have these two big red days that could have been very small red days if I were to follow some rules that I used to be really adamant on following. And these are those rules here. So I brought them back up, and I'm going to go over these rules every morning before I trade. That's what I used to do so that I could remember them as I go into the trading when the bell rings, that these are my rules. So I do have my max loss. That's one rule that I try to follow. Yesterday, I kind of, I let myself go and I took a big $900 loss, almost $1,000 loss. And I'm actually writing a program right now. I came up with this great idea that I'm going to write some software that's going to look at my profit. And as soon as it sees that I'm at my max loss, it is going to give me an audible warning. And it's going to tell me that in 10 seconds, it's going to close my trading windows so that I won't be able to trade anymore. Because sometimes, I don't know, I get so wrapped up in the trading that I somehow forget that I'm supposed to stop. So that's the beauty of software. It can manage that for me, and I'm going to start working on that program and hopefully have it ready to go by next week. So my max loss has been $400. I'm going to tighten that up for now to $200 because of the market cycle we're in. If I'm going to continue to take losses, I want them to be small until things start to turn around. So my max loss is going to be $200. So I'll be done if I hit that. Rule number 2, I'm going to be done if I give back half of my profit. Now, my rule used to be that once I hit my target, my daily goal of 200, then that rule would come into effect. And if I give back half, then I would stop. But I think right now, the way things are, I'm just going to say that as soon as I'm green on the day, and if I give back at least half of that, then I have to stop. I'm just going to try that for a little while. Rule number 3, I'm done if I go from green to red. So if I'm green to start the day like I was today, I was up 143. And if I go to red, I'm done. Gotta stop. So that way I don't continue to spiral. And rule number 4, I won't take more than 4 positions to start the day. I'm going to change that to 2, because if I take 2 positions and I take a loss on both of those, that puts me down 200 and I'm done on the day. Because I'm risking $100 per trade. And I don't know why this says 10. Supposed to be 100. My daily goal is 200. Let's fix that. There we go. Okay. Gonna be hard to get to 40 or make $4,000 with that small of risk. All right. So then my rule number 5 is I won't take more positions than my max loss allows for. So that means, like, even if I'm green, say I'm up $100, then I can still only take 3 positions, because if I take losses on all of those, I'll be at my max loss. I don't know how that works with giving back half of my profit. Yeah, I don't know. There's a little gray area there. Anyways, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to re-implement these rules. Look at my weekly chart here. Nice. Every candle here is 1 week of profit or a loss. Look at that. So this is my biggest pullback of this whole $1 million road. My worst week that I've ever had this year. So this could be a big red week. It depends on tomorrow. It will be a red week. There is no way I'm getting back this profit tomorrow. I wouldn't even try that. So let's take a look at my trades today and see how I fared, what I did in my trade. I don't know why I can't get that to. There we go. All right, shrink that down. So I traded 1, 2, 3, 4 stocks today. BNOX was the leading ticker this morning. It was not on the gap scan, but it was on the high of day scan. Made an incredible move, which I was not trading it because I don't really trade pre-market, but it was making such a nice move that I went ahead and set myself up and started trading it pre-market. So my first trade on it was right here. I bought this, bought the dip here, sold it up here. A little scalp trade here, made a little bit of money on that. This was tightening up. I missed this trade. I wasn't sitting here when that happened. That was nice. And then further along, took a small loss here. That was my first loss on the day. I didn't like the way that looked, so I just took myself out of it. And I waited for a better setup, and we got it right here. This was a nice little pattern. I talk about these all the time. I love these setups where you come down, you make a little lower high and a higher low, and then you get the breakout. Not any follow through on that one, at least not immediately, but I did jump in it and sold it pretty quick. I don't want to hold pre-market because I have to really watch it because you can't use stop losses. This would have been a nice trade to hold. At least could have shot for a target of this high, but I didn't. And then here I was anticipating a higher low. This candle was coming up green, so I bought that. But we didn't hold up, and as we were coming back down, I sold it for very small profit. And that was it for pre-market trading on BNOX. And then I was watching it here. I had a couple of levels marked out on the 5-minute time frame. We had a trough down here. This was our low. So, and I was watching those, and the market opens, and I'm looking for that area where we're going to bounce. Let me see. So my first trade on this, I just jumped in here right at this low and sold it real quick as we came up to the EMAs. And then I bought it here. We were holding this support level. Bulls bought that dip. So inside bar, looking for the breakout over the high. I bought it here. But this next candle didn't look so good, so I got out. We open here. We start to make the move up, so I jump in it twice. It doesn't hold up, comes back down, so I take a loss there. That was my first big loss on this one. That actually put me down red on the stock where I was green. I did end up buying the dip off of this support. That's that 5-minute trough, and sold up into here. So that was a nice trade. Buying this breakout though, I mean, sometimes that works. You know, it just didn't today. And that's the way it's been this week, is buying breakouts just doesn't really work for me. I tried it again here as it was coming down, thinking maybe, you know, we'll see a bounce here and then the move up, but didn't work there. Bought it off of this support down here, made a little bit of profit on that. Tried to buy a breakout here. I thought after this nice green candle, we might see continuation, but we rejected again from the EMA. Came down to the volume weighted average price. I've been waiting for that all morning, but guess what? It didn't hold up. Didn't get the bounce off the volume weighted average price I wanted. No surprise there. That's the way it's been. Um, so I got out of it. We came back up above the volume weighted average price. I got back in, we dropped below. I got back out. And yeah, I don't like that trade. I don't think I should have taken that one. Anyways, so then we have an equilibrium here. Now this is a good trade to get into. I didn't hold it. I ended up taking a loss, sold it all right there, and then it ended up making its move. But oh well. Done on that one, down 442.50. I just at this point was not wanting to hold, just thinking that we were just going to fail, and we did. Tried to break here. Right after I quit, this started to break out, and I was like, man, I just quit, and now it's breaking out. What the heck? But then afterwards, it failed, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. Well, it was a good thing I stopped then. So that was BNOX. I think that was my biggest loser on the day. The stock that I thought would do more than it did. It was really disappointed. What I was looking for in this area, why I kept buying it, was I was looking for a 15-minute equilibrium setup. I was looking for a bounce off of this support, and we didn't get it. And that's okay. But so the next one here, GRTS, I was also watching this one. It was our second leading gapper, and I had drawn this falling wedge pattern, looking for a trade off of this support back here on the 5-minute. And because I was watching BNOX, I missed the initial entry down here when we opened. Let's get that so you can see it. Yeah, when we opened, we actually came right down to that support and to this descending line. Beautiful. I missed that, but I did jump in it here a little late and then sold it pretty quick. Made $23 on that one. Did not trade it again. I was waiting for it to break through this top line, but it never did. So that was it on that one. My one green trade, I think, of the day, my one green stock of the day. PTON, I wasn't watching at all. It popped up on the high of day scan. I was already red. Today was one of those days I was up 143, but then gave all that back. And then I was just kind of up and down, above and below zero, just hanging in there. And I thought, yeah, I'm hanging in there. Eventually I'm going to find a good setup, and then we'll punch it and, to the moon, as they say. But PTON had a pretty sizable loss on that, and that's what really got me. So I don't know why BNOX says I was down 442. That doesn't make sense. Huh. I know I didn't lose that much. Anyways, so yeah, PTON here took a trade on this as it was breaking through the high. But what I was looking for on the 5-minute, and I saw this, it was we broke out over that level. I was looking for this. I got in it. I was going to sell it quick, and I just needed a little more, but it didn't give it to me. So that was a pretty big loss. I did buy it one more time here. Stopped out over there. Not a pretty trade. That was one of those, you see it on the scan, you pull it up, you quickly get in it, looking for that immediate move. But on some days that works, but not on this day. SLNO is one that I just didn't trust it. I haven't had any luck on it the last 2 days. So I took a bunch of scalp trades on it. A little scalp trade here. Got in on this inside bar. Sold it here, basically break even. Started to break out above this level, and I was watching this like a hawk. We had ourselves a triple top, broke out over it. I jumped in it twice, 2 more times here on this breakout, sold it up here. That's a nice trade. I sold the rest here though for not much profit. And then it made another breakout here. You consolidate, starts to break out above this level. So I jumped in it, sell it up here above this resistance. That was a beautiful trade. Nothing wrong with that. We pull back. This is a good trade back to the EMA. Sell it here. Looking for continuation, but it comes down, stops me out. Then we come back down to that support, start to break out. I jump in it, sell it real quick, So nice little scalp trades. I think I traded this one all right. I did a really good job on it, but I am red on it. Bought this back to the EMA here and sold it there because I thought it was going to fail, but then it started to move. This was a bad trade here though. And this was the one that got me on this one. I had tightened up my stop loss And then this started to break, and I jumped in it 4 times up here, um, and took myself out of the trade right here, and that put me red on the stock. So yeah, unfortunately, that was my day. So had I stopped a lot sooner, it could have been a less painful day. And so now that's what I'll be doing from here on out until the market gives us better opportunities. That's an old one there. Okay, so that's my game plan going into tomorrow. I'm just going to play by these rules and we'll see how that works. I hope you had a better day than me. Um, so we'll see you tomorrow morning. One more day left in the week. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow is the day we see the good moves. One can hope. Bye for now.